Hi, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of On the Road with Leah. I went to one more film festival. This one was right here in Philadelphia, held at the Franklin Institute, the First Glance Films Festival. So make sure you check that out, firstglancefilms.com, because they are still accepting submissions for the Los Angeles Festival, which happens in April.
Tonight, I am at the First Glance Film Festival at the Franklin Institute in Philadelphia. It is run by a gentleman named William Ostroff, and he is a friend of mine on Twitter, so he invited me down. It's the 13th annual. It's the first time I've ever been at any sort of festival in Philadelphia, and I brought Mom as my date tonight. Hi, Mom. Hi. She's excited to be here. I think they're starting.
I've also figured out that my Thrival job, while I'm out here on the East Coast, is looking more and more likely that it's going to be promotional modeling and trade shows. It appears that there is just as much trade show and promotional work out on the East Coast as there is on the West Coast, but less competition. So, so far I've done a trade show event in Philadelphia, and I did some promotional modeling in Maryland, and I'm going up to New York this week for some more promotional work. So here's just a little clip from my interview down in Center City, Philadelphia. So I'm in Center City, Philadelphia for my first interview, I guess you would say, in Philly. It's a spokesmodel trade show kind of company. And I'm learning quickly all of the Philadelphia area jobs, whether they be acting, hosting, trade show, are down here in Center City, Philadelphia. And I'm finding it a little difficult to navigate. A lot of one-way streets, and I keep going the wrong way. And there's tons of traffic, and there's no parking, like worse than LA. And I know you guys are gonna find that hard to believe because it's hard to find parking in LA, but it's not that hard to find parking around casting places and meeting places and interviews and Starbucks. Like, that's where I'm meeting right now, is Starbucks, and I gave up trying to find a spot. There's meters, they're all taken. I drove around for like 20 minutes. And I finally went into the parking garage, which is $20. And that's like how all the parking garages are around. For those of you that aren't really familiar with what a promotional model does, is it's freelance, it's independent contracting. So basically these are temporary freelance Thrival jobs, which are my favorite. Because I haven't really had to punch a time clock in 11 years, and I'm pretty damn proud of that fact. So we will continue to find freelance Thrival jobs as we're pursuing a career in the entertainment industry. But a promotional trade show spokesmodel, it can be, I've done jobs anywhere from for M&M's, for Target, for Walmart, for perfume. This last one was actually for a lip product. And you pretty much, if it's a trade show, you're standing at a booth inviting customers to come over, maybe sign up on a mailing list, maybe trying to sell the product. Or if it's something, say like M&M's, I was at the store actually handing out samples. And they're pretty decent jobs, they pay pretty well, and again, it's temporary and it's freelance and it's perfect for, for an actor or an artist schedule. So since the traveling has slowed down slightly, I've been investigating more about the Philadelphia area casting directors, because that's where I'm based right now, as well as other casting directors up and down the East Coast. So I've been sending submissions, and I went to an open call for Kathy Wickline Casting. She was really great. She took a look at my headshot and resume. She was impressed with my credits, and she basically told me that most of the work they get in this area is non-union. No good for me. Proud member of SAG since 2005. And still in the spirit of Halloween, although yes, it is November now, I went to Aricefa Farms. Tonight is all about Halloween. We are at the Bates Motel in Glen Mills. I've got Shannon with me. They tout this place is one of the 13th scariest haunted attractions in the U.S.
I think I can hold it long enough too. Slide down, fill that rail back there, please. Do not block the entrance.
You thought it was a joke, and so you laughed. You laughed when I said that losing you would make me put my head
We made it out.
It's dangerous.
So that's it for this week's episode of On the Road with Leah. I hope everyone had an amazing Halloween weekend. And next week we are going to explore New York City armed with headshots, postcards, and actor press kits.